Okay, so to catch up a little bit, we did quite a bit off camera, so I'm just going to flip this around so you guys can see. We went ahead and got this whole side done in primer and went ahead and put our Bondo. Like I said, we have those two pretty dents right here, two pretty big dents right here, so I put big patch of Bondo right there. And in this video, we're going to try to, normally what I've been doing is working on one panel at a time and hopping from my house to this panel, blah blah blah, but we need to get this truck done pretty quickly. So what I'm going to start doing is first we're going to sand this down and then primer over the top of it, and while that's drying we're going to be sanding on the opposite end. We're going to be sanding this door and this door, and then once we get one of them sanded down and primered, it should be dry. Then we put the next batch of Bondo on. While that's drying, we do the other door until it's ready to be primered. Then we prime that, and then we come over here again, put sand the Bondo down, and then primer it, and then come over here. You know, you get the point. So we're gonna hop around, and then hopefully by the end of this video, we should have this one almost done, waiting the 24 hours, and then we're gonna check to make sure it's done. And then we should have all four of these panels right here, these two, and then the two on the other side of the truck on the outside, completely primed. That way all we have left is the top and the hood and the two fenders, as well as these two. And then that will be in one video. So we should be, I don't know, hopefully within the next video too, we should get this all fixed up. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut to me sanding that down right now. And yeah. Alright, so we're back from that, and as you can tell, the Bondo dried, so I went ahead and primered over it. And the primer is dry, so I'm about to Bondo over it one more time. But we're going to go back over here so I can show you this. Okay, so as you can tell, this is all sanded down. It is ready to be primered. And one thing I should give you as a tip is to use what's called, here, let me show you what it's called real quick. So we have this stuff right here. It's called TSP, and basically this is what I spray before I paint it, before I paint the surface. And if you have a surface like this, like I said, I did 2 coats of the black, then you're going to want to TSP it and or vinegar it after 3 days, because the paint won't stick correctly after 3 days. So this has definitely been 3 days since I've done this, but like I said, I'm waiting until the very end. So I'm going to do it all in black and then come back, vinegar it, then TSP it, and then wash it off with water. Make sure it's 100% dry, and then do the last coat of the black, and then you go on to the clear coat from there. But that's something that I thought I should say. If you paint it and you leave it painted for over 3 days, then you have to TSP it. Basically what the TSP is it gets out all the dust and stuff. So when you sand it, it'll be all dusty. So usually what I would do is spray it with water and just wipe it. Well, I went ahead and got that TSP stuff so I could do it right, because it actually it like clumps all the dust together. So I spray it all with the TSP, and then I let it sit for like a good minute or two, and then I spray it all with the water, and then I leave it out there to air dry, and then I wipe it off with a towel, like roughly, and I leave it all to air dry. And then as you can tell, let me get my thumb doesn't have that much dust on it, and then there's not that much dust on it at all. So that's good. As long as you wipe it and you don't see any visible dust on it, I'd say it's good. So we're going to move on to the tape job on this. Like I said, it's going to be hard, but if you get this frog tape, stuff that I was talking about earlier, this stuff, it's really good for this type of stuff. And what I like to do is tape over my panels that I'm not painting, because what you don't want is overspray. And just make sure you tape it like this for the primer, and then when you're going black, and this is black, you can remove the tape. And that's personally what I would do, because what you'll see is you don't want those hard lines in between them. You want all the flow. But the primer's a different color than the black, so I have to tape it all off just so it doesn't primer over the top of the black. And right here it really doesn't matter, because I'm going to end up primering, I'm going to end up sanding it off whenever I sand that section anyways. And the reason, another thing I thought I should say is the reason why I'm going back and forth is because I freshly lay this with primer. I don't want to go put the Bondo and then immediately start sanding this door, because then all the dust will get on it, and you don't want that, because what it'll look like is this right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's kind of like fuzzy and like rough. I have to go back with high grit and sand all that off. You want it to be right here. You want it to be smooth. You know what I'm saying? Because, and if you don't get on the dust off, that's what it'll do. As you can see, this is all dusty. So if I were to just spray this with black, it would be all textured and weird. And when you feel it, it'll be like fuzzy kind of. It won't be smooth. And like, obviously this is a hammered paint, so it's supposed to be a little bit of texture to it, but not like rough whenever you lay your hand across it. You definitely want to get that taken care of before you lay your clear coat on. But yeah, anyways, I thought I'd say those couple things before I went ahead and did them. So if anybody is also painting their truck, they will know those few tips right there that I use. So vinegar on all the jams, you know, and then TSP will help get rid of the dust. And what I do is I just spray TSP, usually 1 tablespoon of TSP powder, and then I just use it with warm water, and then I just spray it. I would spray it again, but it's already dry and ready, so I'll make sure to spray it on camera for the next one so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But yeah, so we're going to cut to this all taped off and primered in just a second. So as you can tell, the tape job is all done. I went ahead and taped up the seams up at the top of here. I taped up all these seams as well, right here, underneath there where the black is, all along the side. Went ahead and hit the other, and another thing you can tell is I hit the seams on the inside because, like I said, you did not want that spray with primer. So you can look on the door, and then right here you can kind of see like a thin line of black that's going to get painted over with the primer. That's fine, but I thought I'd show this. I went ahead and show this. Obviously this is the black, and if you look at it from an angle, this is the sanded, this is the thing, this is it unsanded. The door is unsanded, this one's sanded. And you can tell what I'm talking about is like I didn't get all the white off here, but you can feel it and it's smooth to the touch. It doesn't have any uneven levels or anything like that. So it's cool to spray with the primer. You see a couple of spots, like right here, for example, you're going to hit with the Bondo, but that's fine. And if you look at it from an angle, that's the gloss. It still has the gloss on it. That has the white. You can see the 2 different colors of it. So that's what I mean by just get the gloss off. I thought I'd go ahead and get that on camera. But you can clearly see this obviously has some overspray of the black. But like right here, that's all glossy. And this has no gloss. You can feel it feels different and it looks different. You can tell the color difference. It looks like 2 different kinds of whites. It's the same white, but it's just without the gloss. So that's what I mean by that. I thought I'd go ahead and show the tape job as well. And yeah, basically what I do is I get up in the seams. All that is going to get sprayed. Primer behind you. You try to do the best you can, obviously, so that it doesn't peel. But I thought I'd get out here and show that before I went ahead and shot it with primer. So if people are confused now, hopefully they're not. So yeah. Boom. And we are back. So we have it all primed up, as you can tell. Looks very nice up in here. Went ahead and got some of the dents up in here. It says it takes like 30 minutes to dry, and as you can tell, it's very much dry. So I went ahead and put the Bondo on there, just a little bit. This door really does not have much. This panel will probably be done right after that Bondo. And we have over here, this is dry. Went ahead and spread it on again. Went ahead and got it. It's wet now, but this, I forgot to mention, I probably won't get the dents and everything done today because after you lay the Bondo, you have to let it cure for 24 hours. Otherwise, it'll get like that gummy texture. But, I mean, as you can tell, there's little dents down here that are smooth now. So I won't have to do that anymore. It's just that one big dent right here that we're trying to fix. It wasn't big enough to justify fiberglass or anything like that. And for those of you wondering, this is how I did the gas tank. Beautiful tape job up in there. I just tape around everything rubber and like the hinges. I paint around that, and then the gasket tank thing was rubber, so I taped all that up and then spray the rest with the primer. It's all dusty and stuff, but as you can tell, the primer stuck pretty good. I just did the vinegar up in there, so we're doing the whole truck black, like I said. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and move on to this one right here and get all the gloss and everything up off of there. So we're gonna go ahead and cut to that right now. All right, so we are back, and I went ahead and just sanded both sides of these panels so I can get these two done back to back. And like I said, as you can tell, you can look side by side. This one's like a little bit more, I don't even know how to explain it. That's like pure white, and then that's like a different kind of white. That's how you know the gloss is off and you're good to paint. So I got right here the SPF right here. I got that stuff that you mix with the water, and then as you can tell, you spray it on, and look, it like bunches up the dust and all that. So you make sure you spray all that, spray it off your windows, everything. Spray the whole 2 panels down. The powder comes in like a massive thing, so I wouldn't really worry about like wasting it or whatever, because you have so much, it's actually unreal. So spray a very comfortable amount. And this stuff is good for a lot of stuff. Like whenever I do pressure washing, you'll see it. Like it gets rid of mildew. If you mix it with like less water, more stuff, then it'll work better. So you can read the back of it, and there's that thing that I showed earlier in the video. You can go ahead and read the label of it. Look it up if you want to. It's actually pretty good stuff to have in your truck, no matter what service you do, whether that's detailing or power washing or whatever. It's always good to have that stuff in there because it's used for a bunch of different stuff. You could clean the inside of your house with it. You can do this to clean up paint and all this stuff. So it's always good to have that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd show you guys what it looks like when it's sprayed on. And you leave it sitting for just a little bit, and then you come back with the water. So yeah, we'll cut to that right now. We'll cut to it all taped out and everything right now. So as we are back, and we're back right now, and this is both primered, as you can tell. And see that tape job right here, around here. And as you can tell, it's about to rain outside. So I haven't felt any rain come down, but I can definitely feel it, and it's getting way colder. So we're gonna call it that a wrap for today and come back in like 24 hours. Hopefully it's not raining, and then we can continue what we've been doing. But like I said, we got those 3 panels done right here. We got the bed done, we got this panel done, and we got this panel done. So we only have like 6 left to go, so we should get that done in like a day or 2. So we're gonna leave that for 24 hours and then come right back. So we're just gonna go ahead and cut to that right now. A little bit more than 24 hours later, but we got this. This is like it was the other day. We have Bondo to do on that one. I just sanded this spot down, and as you can see on that, this is kind of exactly how you want your Bondo to be. You can see this one right here that I have my finger on is the first one that we did, and this one is the second one, and it'll kind of overlap, and then it'll just smooth out as you go. I can still feel a bump right here, so it feels like all the outer edge is done as far as I can tell. And then over here's done. Under here feels pretty done. It looks like from right here where my finger is up to here. So this section right here is gonna get bondoed probably 2 or 3 more times, just because it's like a kind of like a V dent, and those are my least favorite dents. There's another one right here, but I mean these are probably the only 2 biggest dents on the truck, other than like the multiple big ones on the bed that I just did from taking off that back thing like I was telling you about. But the V cuts are definitely the worst. You can try to pull them out, they won't stay out. So I just do the Bondo job over the top of them. It's probably the easiest one. This door has nothing that I can see, so I'm gonna put it with the filler primer, and then if I don't see anything, just one more coat of primer that thing, and then that one's ready for the black. As far as I can see, there's really nothing wrong with it. And then over here, it's pretty early in the morning, probably like, it's about like 9 o'clock now. I've been up here for like an hour or so, but as you can tell, I sanded that part down again. Really the only spots that needed it were right down here. You can kind of see this Bondo, and I can't feel any more imperfections. And then underneath here, I can't feel any more imperfections. So usually that's a really good sign. So we're going to spray that with Bondo, but I'm pretty sure the underneath of this panel's done. This one, no imperfections. No imperfections. And then you got up here, there's that little dent. I might have to Bondo that thing one more time. That seems to be it. But I mean, I just hand sanded that thing. And yeah, that little dent. Might have to go over that one or two more times. I don't know what happened there. It looks like I got shot with an arrow or something. I don't even know. But we got this sanded down. You can tell, like I showed in the last one, that's with the gloss on it, that's off. And you can definitely tell the difference in the white. And like I said, you can hear it. This is kind of, it has a different feel to it. Those who've done this know exactly what I'm talking about. It's but yeah, I'm gonna get the vinegar. I have to go down to the get some vinegar. I ran out of gas in the generator, so, and I can't sand under these corners anyways, but to do it right, we're gonna need vinegar. So I'm gonna get here, and then the inseams here. I need to get in here. I cannot for the life of me figure out how to take this stupid thing off. I don't even know. I'm pretty sure you have to take this mirror off. I'm almost positive, but there's no way I'm taking off that door panel again to do it. So, I mean, I did a pretty good job on the other side of tape jobbing around this thing. I mean, if you push the mirror out like that, you should be able to tape all the way around it, and you can see in there. But I mean, so I'm gonna vinegar this thing, get it all taped up, and then shoot it with primer, and we'll see how it looks. But yeah, it's looking pretty good so far. After that, we'll have this entire back half of it in primer, and I'm gonna make sure that we get this whole back half done with the primer beforehand. And I thought I'd show you guys something, because this is the black that I'm using, the hammered finish. These are like $8, $9 a can for that, and like I said, 3 coats. A panel like this takes an entire can, so it's like $24 just for the black coat on this one panel. Times that by 2, that's $48, and then each door takes at least 1 can, if not 3/4 of a can. So we'll call that 1.5. That's 8 a can, times that's another 24. We're already at like almost $100 before we even touch this panel right here, this panel, or even the front half of the truck. So we're talking about $200 with the black paint alone. So what I'm doing to save some money, and so you can see right here, this stuff, same brand, same kind of black, satin black, is like $2 cheaper than the hammered. Now obviously we want a hammered finish, but these are the cans side by side, and you can tell on the top. The only difference is this has 0 texture. So I'm going to do the first coat of every truck in this satin black, and these are like $5 a can. So I save like $3, $4 a can per panel. That adds up pretty quickly, you know what I'm saying? And if you're on a budget, that's the type of stuff you want to look into. Like the frog tape is not necessarily necessary. You could do a whole roll. You could get like 2 or 3 rolls of this for one of frog tape. I got the frog tape for those certain lines that I personally just like to use it on. And another thing is like this tape right here. the hard lines I was talking to you about, uh, you can literally, you can tell whenever you rip it off, there'll be kind of a hard line with this more than there is the frog tape. And as you can see, I'm going to peel it back a little bit. Some of the primer got on that black, you can already tell. It just doesn't do that good of a job of holding the line as I would like. It's the only thing I like frog tape for better. But this does the job. The only thing I really didn't want was overspray. You know, obviously there's going to be a little bit underneath. So what I do to fix that is you get a high grit 800 sandpaper. You fold it, you get up on the corner, and then you just keep going up and down until you can feel it. It feels smooth again, and then it's ready for the black. You know what I'm saying? And then once you're spraying it black, overspray doesn't matter because this is already black. You feel me? And it's like I said, I did that textured look on a for a reason, because we're not gonna do what you need to do, which is if you went like that factory finish, and then you basically, what you do is you primer it, you do everything that I'm doing except you go another level to it, and then I just stop at 600 because I'm going to use this as a work truck. I just like the paint job to look clean. That's why I'm doing it. If I didn't care, I would have got some cheap white paint, scuffed it with like 180 grit sandpaper, and just boom, just did the white for like 20-30 bucks. And then on the patches that it needs, like up here on the hood and stuff, and then this right here, and then down here where it was all chipped paint, I could have just, you know, scuffed it and then shot it with the white, and then shot it with clear coat, and shot it with another 1 or 2 of clear coat, and it would have looked bad. You could tell, but it wouldn't have looked the way that I had it, which was like an eyesore. It wouldn't look that bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to keep in mind. If you want that factory finish, you go from 600 to 800, and then you go to the 1,000, then 1,200, and then you keep like wet sanding it, and then you use that red stuff more, and you use more primer, and then the base coat. You want that to do like indoors with like controlled humidity and all that extra stuff. That's the kind of stuff that you do if you want a factory finish. Like I'm talking like glossy, like you buff it and you could literally see yourself through the truck type stuff. If you want that kind of paint, I would 100% go watch somebody else. There's people who are way better at painting trucks than I am. I paint trucks really cheap that last. That's really all that matters. And back to what I was saying about the tape. This corner, for example, if you don't do a good job on your tape, right? I'm doing black. That's why I like to do black, is because the trim is black. You see, I don't know if you can kind of see it, but my tape isn't exactly on the edge corner. And what happens is some people will overlap their tape onto the metal. So when they peel their tape off, it'll just peel all that paint off. And then there'll be like a little chip section here of the white. And you don't want that. So what I do is I kind of back the tape off just a little bit and just barely overspray the trim. And then by the time it gets to the black, then you're not even going to see it. You're going to look at it. It's going to be black trim, black little extra. I did it right here. You can't even tell. Like, I'm going to have to zoom this camera up to like 10x just so you could kind of see it maybe. But like, I'm feeling it, and you can't even feel the textured black, and I did it there. I didn't even tape over this. I just taped above this so that the window and everything else didn't get oversprayed. But, you know, we're going to go. But like, I thought I'd, you know, put some of that in there so that you guys can kind of understand where I'm coming from with that kind of stuff. So that's going to be the plan on that. Every dollar you can save is honestly better. Like I said, we're running on a sort of budget. I'm going to try to get this done as cheap as I can, so I just can show you guys that it's possible, the transformation of it. But I mean, obviously it's not like I have only $300, but that's just the way that I like to think of it. I try to save money in every area. But, I mean, yeah, so we're going to get the vinegar, and then we're going to cut back to this all primer it out real quick so I can show you guys what it looks like. So, yeah, we'll cut to that right now. Alright, and we're back. Okay, so as you can see, I got it all taped off, and that is all primed now. So there you go. As you can tell, I think everything's stuck just fine. I don't think we have any issues. Right there, immaculate tape job. And I don't think it's gonna peel there. I really hope not. So knock on wood. We got that first coat of primer right there. I don't see any visible damage on this door whatsoever. So, I mean, like I said, I hit it with the 2 or 3 coats of primer. But this one, as you can tell, see it from the side angle, it's still got a little dent here. We're gonna hit that with the Bondo one more time. Everything else seems fine. So we have 1 dent. And other than that, those 2 are done. This is done. And we have this bed right here. I'm going to have to Bondo that one or 2 more times. And then we have this dent right here. So 3 dents total. And this door is perfect. So we already have the 2 coats of primer up on this door. And the 2 coats on this one. The 2 coats on this one. So after those 2 dents are done, then that's done. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and Bondo that dent over here, and then those 2 dents over here. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut back to that right now. Alright guys, so that'll be it for this video. We got a lot done in this video. We're more than halfway done with the truck, so I would say within the next video we should have this all primed up and ready, and then there's going to be a video about base coats and clear coats, and then yeah, we're looking at building it into the rig after that. I mean, we're almost there. We're reaching the final, I would say, week or 2, and the truck will be fully black. Might be, yeah, I would say a week or 2 would be our deadline. I'm gonna go ahead and put that as that. So yeah, make sure that the money counter is updated and everything's good on that end. And yeah, so we're looking at, you know, over, I want to say, we're definitely positive. I don't even know how much. I think we're like positive 800, 900, and we're still waiting on a check. So I mean, we're pretty in the positive right now. I mean, I bought the headliner. I just bought the headliner. It says it's gonna be here in like a week. So yeah, we're looking on that. It doesn't look like we're gonna get the business started on April 1st exactly, but it's gonna be the beginning of April. We're looking at the 7th or 14th or whatever. So, you know, I should have started a little bit early on this paint job and all that extra stuff, but then again, money, we're started from 0, so it was kind of hard to get it in a month and a half. So like I said, we started halfway through the month of February, and this is almost the end of March, so we're a month and a half in, and we got the truck and we got it halfway done. So I'd say that's pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, for money wise. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I think by every standard we should have all the money we need for the complete rig. So we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call it a wraps for this video, and make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next one.
La 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 la, wait till I get my money right. I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace. I told God I'll be back in a second. Man, it's so hard not to act reckless.